I'm the deputy chairman of the state of Illinois Black Panther Party for Fred Hampton. And a lot of people don't understand the Black Panther Party's relationship with white mother country radicals. A lot of people don't even understand that word that Eric uses a lot. But what we're saying is that there are white people in the mother country that are for the same type of things that we are for stimulating revolution in the mother country. And we said that we'll work with anybody. Everything will be all right if everything and everybody in the state of Illinois is going to have to be involved or even around the revolution, because we're going to have one. We're going to have to do more than talk. We're going to have to do more than listen. We're going to even have to do more than learn. We're going to have to start practicing, and that's very hard. We're going to have to start learning, and you learn through practice. We got to start making mistakes, and you learn through making mistakes. We got to start getting out there with the people. And a lot of times we think we're better than the people, but that's an insult and that's criminal. Think you're better than the people. But we got to get together and learn where it's at. It's going to take a lot of hard work. That breakfast for children is something else. You ought to dig on it. Every sister in this audience. Now, every sister in this audience ought to get themselves together and come on down and help us with that breakfast for children program. You ought to come down and help feed them children in the morning. We have breakfast for children because we teach the people through practice, through observation and participation, that people can be fed free. That's the people thing. Socialism is the people. You're afraid of yourself. If you're afraid of socialism, you're afraid of yourself. We know they have our pictures. We know they're looking for us. We know they want us. But we're still saying that even though we could be in a sense, as far as this system goes, on the mountaintop, we in the Black Panther Party, because of our dedication and understanding what's in the valley, knowing that the people in the valley, knowing that we originally came from the valley, knowing that our flag is the same flag as the people in the valley, knowing that our enemy is on the mountaintop, our friends are in the valley. We say, even though it's nice to be on the mountaintop, we're going back to the valley. I be in the office every day. I be in the streets propagandizing every day. I be working with everybody every day. I be teaching that solidarity is the thing. The end of a complete wipeout of imperialism is the thing. So if you're going to be thinking about me, that's what Bobby would be teaching. If you're going to be thinking about us, all we say is ain't no thing about going nowhere, getting killed. All we want to know is that you're doing what we'd be doing if we were here. And you got to do that. You can't do it unless you believe that you can do it. In the spirit of liberation, we understand that they want everybody in the party in jail. And we know that if we try to figure out and separate and divide who should go and who shouldn't go, we spend more time doing that than working for the people. So the quick.
Good morning, people. Good morning. Welcome to Ron's Rebellion. We got some new details on the Nolan Wells case, the Karmelo Anthony case, and we're going to be talking about China, your favorite country in the fucking world. There has been, new details with the Karmelo Anthony case. They have been looking into both of these boys' backgrounds, seeing how troubled they were when they was little, and there was a lot of stuff that was left out purposely. And we know that this cracker-ass judge was friends with Ashton Metcalf. Austin Metcalf. We know that him and his father, the judge and his father, were friends. A lot of people say, oh, those pictures were AI, but I have yet to see anyone disprove that they were friends. Like, I even asked AI, like, is this AI? No, it's not AI. So a lot of people are coping with the fact that a lot of these racist people are connected. And it makes sense. It makes sense for a white judge to be connected to a white supremacist. I mean, this has been going on since the KKK days. We already know that there's racists in the police departments. We know that there's racists all throughout judges and fucking city council members to the president. We know that they are one clique, but they didn't want us to learn these things, you know what I'm saying? Because these racists, they gave up their hood for a digital face. So now you won't see the Klan as much as you would back in the days because they are in robes, you know what I'm saying? They are behind a keyboard. So you don't really get to see them in person like you do nowadays because they're moving differently. And like I always explain, white people gave up the whip for 3 letters, and that's 911, which can get any black person killed anywhere at any time. And they know exactly what they are doing when they call the police on innocent people, because they know racists, like the racist cops that just arrest that young 14-year-old boy on his porch for no fucking reason besides him fitting the description. And whole time he didn't fit the description. He was just a little black kid. But the thing is, the one who actually was the car thief, he was a light-skinned adult. He was a light-skinned adult, damn near like 6 foot. So they know what they are doing when they call the police. They know what they are doing when they when they sit us in front of these judges. They know the judges are racist also. Just like yesterday, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a police officer chasing a young black kid with his vehicle. Tried to kill him, tried to run him over with a 5-ton vehicle. Do you think he went to jail for that? It wasn't a jury trial. It was up for the judge. And what did the judge do? Can you imagine what the judge did in that situation? He let him get off. He walked out of that courtroom a free man after he attempted to take another black man's life, a black boy life, I should say, because he is a teenager. And here we are again. Another judge getting caught up with these racists. And I always side white people when it comes to, authority jobs. These authority jobs are always side eye white people. Just like how Charlie Kirk was side-eyeing his pilot or somebody who's driving a train, I side-eye white people. When you become police officers, when you become judges, when you become lawyers, nurses, doctors, I side-eye you because I think that's too much power for you to have over a black body and me not to know what your fucking mind is thinking. This is why I always request black judges and black doctors, even though they are sellouts. Shit, I probably have a better chance with them than I do with you. And that's not being racist. That's just me being aware and me knowing the power structure between black and white people, the power gap between black and white people. They can do with us as they please. And there's little to no consequences. I mean, the little consequences that you will get is like some street justice, right? I was locked up a couple years ago, and there's a CO called Otto. He's a racist. He's a racist. I don't even know how else to describe him. He's disgusting, right? It was a Mexican. I think he was a Mexican. He tortured a Mexican in his jail cell. He tortured him, beat him, tortured him, hit him with the batons and everything that they had at their disposal. They used it. You know what the courts did? The courts just suspended him for a couple of weeks. They suspended him and didn't give anything to the prisoner who was fucking beat half to death. right? So we couldn't get justice in the justice system. Guess what happened to Otto? He was filling up his tank at the gas station, not too far away from Oakland County. The Mexican cartel jumped out and damn near killed that man. Damn near killed that man because of what he have done. They did everything that the Mexicans said that they did unto him, they did unto Otto. And it's starting to look like we're going to have to, take this shit to the streets, because if Anthony don't get any justice and Nolan doesn't get any justice, I think that's the only way we're going to be able to get actual true justice is through the community. Because I can't trust these people, and neither can you. You shouldn't. I know a lot of people do, but you really shouldn't trust these people. So I'm about to try to find a story real quick so we can get started. Let me make sure I'm live on Facebook real quick. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's an early show, but I have to go see my PO. So I'm going to get this show over with quick. And okay, I'm live on Facebook also. I don't know why I can't get no. What is this? Okay. It's like they not showing people that I'm live. I fixed that this morning. But either way, okay, let's get started with this. Nolan Wells have been Karmelo Anthony. Now, am I saying he's innocent? Yes, I am saying he's innocent. I believe wholeheartedly that this white boy had every intention on killing him, or at least hurting him, to the point that he can't do a little bit of nothing. I have seen the videos of Austin walking around being, intimidating people. And, I'm a 6'1" black man. I'm not going to sit here and say that I would be intimidated by a teenager, but this dude is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Nolan Wells is probably like 3 inches shorter than me, probably way less than me. So I can see him being intimidated by this big racist white kid with a troubled past. So let's share screen. Somebody said on the verge. And you know what? I'd be on the verge too. If I had to go to school with a whole bunch of crackers that was racist and taunting me, trying to intimidate me, and like I hear this a lot from people who go to all white schools, is that they always felt left out. They always felt like their teachers didn't stick up for them when they was calling out racism. They always get left out when it comes to teams and sports and programs and getting together, clicking up and friends and shit like that. I will be on the verge too. I will be on the verge, and actually, he have every right to be on the verge. As we can see, these teenage boys with a racist history have been antagonizing him for who knows how long. I will be on the verge too. So anybody want to troll, you are free to do so. But remember, you can also suck my dick.
Today's hearing has already brought new, very revealing information about Anthony and Austin Metcalf that was never brought up at trial, by the way. J.D. Miles has been in the courtroom through this day, and he has the new details.
Well, we expect the hearing today to wrap up at any moment and testimony to continue tomorrow. As many of you know, there was a private off-the-record agreement during the murder trial by both sides to keep the sordid backgrounds of Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, their character and their criminal history, private and out of view of the jury, so they could focus solely on what happened under the tent last year at that Frisco track meet. Now, Both sides have decided to release that background history, with the defense going first, releasing 20 pages of Austin Metcalf's behavioral history. Karmelo Anthony was dressed in a suit and tie for this morning's hearing, which began with the defense arguing that efforts by the trial judge and prosecutors to combat threats and deal with disruptions actually prevented Anthony from getting an open and fair trial. But bombshell testimony came this afternoon from Anthony's trial attorney, Mike Howard, about Austin Metcalf's background report that was never presented to the jury. CBS News Texas has also learned new details about Austin Metcalf's background. Metcalf and his brother Hunter were once caught spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sent.
Now, I know a lot of you white people are going to be like, oh, well, that was just a phase. That was just a racist phase. Did that racist phase not have victims? Were the kids who seen KKK Kill All Blacks, Heil Hitler, not only black people were victims to this, but you got Jewish people, you got some white people who were victims of Hitler and the KKK. Right? So I know a lot of you people are going to be like, oh, well, they was just kids. Well, so was these kids. Did the black kids in their school spray paint, fuck white power, black power, kill all blacks, hell Fred Hampton? Huh? You know, because since they were all kids, what about the black kids? What did they do to even deserve something like that? If this fly don't get the fuck away from me. Let's continue.
Sentenced to 12 months of painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation. Records reveal they reportedly told authorities, "We did some dumb stuff. We did some vandalism." There are several documented instances of Austin using racial slurs in school. And in 2023, Austin was accused of bullying a black student in class.
So 2025, he got poked up. 2025, what did 2026, 2025? I think it was 2025, he got poked up. But in 2023, he still was being racist. So was that just a phase? White people, tell me. Was this just a phase, or was he racist? Was he still a fucking racist? Did he learn from his 12 months of probation of doing these racist acts? Did he learn any fucking thing, or did he continue to be racist? Anyways, let's fucking continue.
2018, while still accused of bullying a black student in class. In 2018, while still in elementary school, Austin and his brother were accused of bullying and assaulting a female, which led to his arrest. During an argument in 2024 with another female student, Austin allegedly knocked her to the ground and punched her in the stomach. He was also kicked out of a football game and texted someone later, "I was about to beat the expletive out of those kids." At a previous track meet, when another student alerted Austin that someone not on their team, quote, "behind our bench was talking wild," Austin reportedly replied, "Kill that MF." During the 2023-2024 school year, he received in-school suspension twice. School disciplinary records from April 2022 to May 2024.
You know what they would have done to me with a record like this? With a record like this, I would never be accepted in these type of schools as a black kid. I got into fights. Don't get me wrong. I was a gang member, but I wasn't that bad of a fucking kid. They treated us so bad that we had to go to Tremblay. Anybody who's from Detroit, from Michigan, they know what Tremblay is. Tremblay it sounds exactly like it's exactly how it sounds. It's a trouble school for kids. That's trouble. That's where they would have sent his ass. That's where they would have sent my ass with this type of record. Arrest record, record of being violent, record of being racist. Not only this, but the courts, the people who are reporting on these courts, they are leaving out that this boy choked his own mother. He choked his own mother. Right? So with this fucking history, what would they would have done if this is a black kid, if this is a Mexican, if this is a fucking Iranian? What they would have done to a person of color or a black person with a record like this? You wouldn't be the fucking star of your football team. I know that. You wouldn't even make it onto the team. Your coach would be like, well, yeah, man, you're good, but, you know, your grades and your record, and it's going to be a bad look for the team. And I just don't want the team to look bad, you know. That's what they would have said to us. Continue.
Revealed that Austin reportedly called a teacher the B word and used profanity. He told a school official that he couldn't control it and wasn't aware that it was coming out of his mouth.
Couldn't control it. My nigga. So you got an impulse control. You can't control your emotions. You are not fit to be in the public, is what he is saying, that he can't control his emotions. He can't control his thoughts. He can't control his mouth. If he can't control any of those things, what makes you think he can control his own body when it comes to fucking bullying and harassing black students?
In 2024, on at least 5 occasions, Austin saw a counselor regarding his anger and rage during a football game. In 2021, he got banned from attending basketball games for a season after yelling profanity at a player. Metcalf also got suspended after he and another student were talking about bringing a gun to school the following day.
A potential school shooter, in my eyes, Karmelo Anthony is a fucking hero. He took a potential school shooter off of the fucking streets. He contemplated bringing guns. He bullied people. He choked his mother. He bullied his father. All of these things were left out when it came to cross-examination and all of the shit that should have been said in the courtroom. All of these things was left out, and it was left out purposely to make this white boy look like, oh, I'm just an innocent fucking kid. He's just an innocent star player of the fucking of the football team. He took a potential school shooter off of the fucking streets. If anything, anybody who's watching this live, go donate to fucking Karmelo Anthony, because he is a fucking hero. What's poppin', y'all?
Now, prosecutors, meanwhile, have a 75-page document on Karmelo Anthony's background, which they plan to present to the court tomorrow. In that report, they mentioned that Karmelo Anthony, on the morning before the stabbing, sent out a text saying he's low-key on the verge, which was a sign they say that he was easily triggered. Also, that his girlfriend had gone to their school principal and said that he had been stalking her and was asking for help. Again, all of this information is coming from extractions from cell phones, school records, and police reports. We'll have much more on this coming up tonight at 10. In McKinney, J.D. Miles, CBS News, Texas.
All right, thanks.
Now, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. All of these things was left out. Like I said, if a black kid had the record that these Metcalf kids had, what would have been done with them? They would not be allowed to be in that fucking school. I know that for sure. That school is for rich kids. You think you're about to have a potential school shooter who's black with an arrest record of being prejudiced and choking his mother, bullying his father, all of these things? You think they would have let us in that fucking school? They would have been like, get the fuck out of here. Not only wouldn't have been let in that school, they would have told us that we're not allowing any of these schools that's in this district. They would have kicked us out of every school in that fucking district. I seen black kids get kicked out of fucking every school in Detroit for fighting. And this nigga was contemplating about bringing a gun, and they still kept him on the fucking football team. Like I said, Karmelo Anthony took a raging, lunatic, uncontrollable cracker off of the streets. If y'all don't see it any other way, Look at the fucking video of this man. He's a man now. He might be dead, but he's a man now. This man was following people, bullying, harassing motherfuckers, and you don't think he had it coming? You don't think he had it coming? You don't think he deserved a little poke? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to sit here and get fucking harassed all fucking my whole fucking school, 4, 5, 6 years in school. I'm not gonna get harassed by these fucking crackers. Somebody gonna fucking pay. And we got details of Anthony background also. He said he texted his ex-girlfriend saying, I'm on the verge. And like I said earlier, if I had to hang around a bunch of white ass crackers that was racist, I would be on the verge every day too. If my teachers ignored the racism, ignored the bullying, I would be on the verge too. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you be on the fucking verge if you have to go through this every fucking day? And not only is the teachers ignoring it, possibly your fucking parents ignoring it because this is the best school. You're going to get a good education. You're going to be able to make it and do this and that, blah, blah, right? Because we know these black parents, they like to code switch and while they code switching at the same time, they put the fucking children in harm's way because they thinking if we put him in a black school, he's not going to be able to make it. But if we put him in a white school, he has a better chance. He has a better chance. But look at it now. You go to a black school, you end up in prison. You go to a white school, you end up in prison. Either way it go. Either way it go. Right? I think he would have been better off in the fucking black school because at least we would have been like, hey, you should never been fucking with him. Leave my cigarettes alone. I think you can take some. Like, man, this is fucking crazy, y'all. People fucking sit here and be like, well, you know, he didn't have to stab him. He should have shot him. Like, I am not the one sitting here like violence isn't the answer. Yes, the fuck it is. If violence isn't the answer, tell me how you're going to stop the KKK. Tell me how you're going to stop any of these racists from harming you, harming your community. How is violence not the answer? If it was just a fight, between these two young men, is violence the answer?
Yes.
If Karmelo would have just kicked his ass, violence is the answer, right? Y'all always say that when we start to poke y'all up, shoot y'all up, and fuck y'all up, just like how y'all do us. Violence ain't the answer when a black nigga got the gun, when a black nigga got the knife. It ain't the answer when we stomp your ass out, but it's the answer when it comes to systematic racism. It's the answer when it comes to y'all. Oh, I was afraid for my life, so I just shot the nigga. I was afraid. So violence is the answer for you guys, but it ain't the answer when our life is in fucking danger. What the fuck you want? My nigga CT said, I don't know what got into these white people, but it ain't bullets. Facts, nigga. I'm not about to sit here and hold your hand and be like, everything will be okay if we all just get along. We can't get along until the motherfuckers who are dividing us are dead. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I'm not about to sit here and be like, well, you know, he should have went at it a different way. Yeah, he should have brought a gun just like how Austin Metcalf was going to bring a gun, potentially, allegedly. The fuck? Stop putting your kids around these people. They are not safe. They are not safe. Even Google will tell you, stop putting your black kids around white people because it is not safe. And you're hearing this from a nigga who got kids with a white woman. It's not safe. You have to constantly check up on them. You have to constantly make sure that they're okay. You have to constantly do your job as the parent 2 times over. And for them, all they wanted was for the child was a better education. And he get prison time for protecting himself. He get prison time for wanting to be alive, for not wanting to get hands and feet put on him, like any other fucking human. Who in this chat right here wants to get fucking stumped out by some fucking big ass white boys? Not a fucking soul. So miss me with the bullshit. And that judge need to get it too. The judge need to get it too. He needs some street justice coming his way. He definitely needs some street justice coming his way. Yeah, that man, I'll never fall that violence is the answer. Shit. What is the answer then? What is the answer? You ain't got the answer, Sway. They want you to be obedient. They don't want you to fight with your hands and your feet and your words. They want your hands behind your back and your mouth taped up, your legs taped up, your mouth taped up. They don't want you to fight for real. They want you to be obedient. They trying to get an eye for an eye. That's what that whole case was, an eye for an eye. Oh, you took one of ours, we take one of theirs. No, it ain't gonna work like that. Everybody knew from the jump, even you fucking racists, no matter how you fucking try to deny this shit, even you racists know that this shit was a case of self-defense, but you can't take up for a black man, so you're gonna lie to yourself, you're gonna lie to your neighbors, you're gonna lie to your kids and tell them like, this is an act of aggression. An act of aggression, nigga, I'm sitting down in the tent trying to get away from the rain, and y'all coming over here fucking with me. Y'all came over down there a mile away to fuck with me. I'll be damned if I fall victim to some racist ass kids. Now, they went back. We don't got too many details on Karmelo Anthony past. They are gonna speak more about his. I think he got like 20 pages, I believe. But one of his ex-girlfriends accused him of stalking, and there's a lot of white people who are trying to use this against him. But the same one who accused him of stalking or harassing her to the principal was the same one who said, rest up, we all love you and blah, 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 blah. And as a young kid, I'm not about to sit here and act like when me and my baby mama was going through it that I didn't stalk her or I didn't keep my eye on her. I didn't, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you see Ashley, tell her I said this. That's just what young folks do, especially when they think that they are in love. I'm not about to sit here and act like, I was the best boyfriend, or I wasn't, I didn't have these tendencies to take it too far. Yes, we all did, especially when we were fucking teenagers. But you can't use that against him as like, oh, well, he's a violent man. Because, violence, stalking and violence, that's a whole nother fucking thing. Right? Now, was he probably harassing this young lady, texting her back to back, telling her, I love you, I miss you, we should die together, we should be together, you can't leave me? Probably so. Did she go to the correct authorities? Yes, she did. Did she lose her life? No, she didn't. Did he stab her? No, he didn't. Did he shoot her? No, he didn't. Did he contemplate on shooting her, killing her, tell it to any other friends that he was contemplating on taking her life because she didn't want to be with him? No. White cops beat me half to death at 12 for delivering papers near their neighborhood. I always know these people have evil in their DNA. Is not mentioning what Karens did to me in Shaw schools. Man, it's just and like white people that's racist, they just don't get the white people that's not racist. They're like, how are you not racist? I thought that was like everybody. Like, no, nigga, it's not. No, it's not. And I don't feel bad for white people, but they do have a hell of a job. Non-racist white people have a hell of a job on their hands to undo a lot of their fucking grandfathers doing. And people like the Metcalf boys, they was trying to uphold their father's legacy, their grandfather's legacy. Where would they learn that? Where would they learn the KKK from? Where they learn that from? Where they learn Hell Hitler from? Huh? Where they learn kill all blacks? Where they learn that from? That got to be something that's in home, right? Because a lot of these white people that's racist, they are cowards also, and they would never go out there with their bare face and say what the fuck they mean. TPUSA, the KKK, all them niggas hide their motherfucking face. So where did they learn that shit from? Was it his teachers? And I feel for Anthony because at the same time, you black and you like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Even if I speak up, nobody gonna give a fuck. It's fucked up. Niggas like, why Rome always yelling? Fuck you. That's why.
Carmelo Anthony update, and Sarah, we caught you lying. Oh, she likes to talk that ish. I got you, Sarah. Look at this clip. You're telling everybody this, that stabbing text happened the day that the incident happened, but it was from years ago. Check this out.
I was about to say that text message about the stabbing in the blood was like, I don't want to get the date wrong, but it was definitely like 2023, 2024.
It was years before that incident even took place. So they couldn't have, it couldn't have been a part of anything that was associated with that incident.
I think a lot of people are thinking, I think I've seen almost some of the media saying like, he made this text like the day that this happened. So you guys are saying that this text message did not happen even anywhere near the day before, that this was almost a year or years before it happened, which is dramatically different. You know, and I think it's one thing if he made a text the day of or the night of, and then this happened. But to what you're saying, I realize that this was a long time before. That definitely changes the scenario. And I think with all the background character of the Metcalf twins that we've seen come out, it makes sense in their harassment and their bullying that somebody would be pushed to the point of using self-defense on them. They're very aggressive. They were very aggressive men.
And it seems as if they targeted him. That's one of the things that they also left out as well regarding the placement of it. They were trying to make it seem as if Karmelo approached them or was in front of them. And from what they documented, Karmelo was behind them. They were texting, speaking to target him, saying, kill that MF.
And that, I feel like the media should have took that and plastered that all over the way they did the misinformation on, or the context that was missing out of the text with Karmelo. That text about the stabbing in the blood was years ago, but there was a text sent to Austin Metcalf on the very day of the incident, April 2nd, 2025. And it was in regards to Edgar, which is a racial, slur, speaking about Eddie. And they were talking about someone sitting on the bench, whatever. And Austin replied to that text saying, kill that motherfucker.
What's going on? So not only that, this was premeditated. He brung his death upon himself. He premeditated killing someone, and tables got turned on his ass like a DJ. Now again, tell me who fault it is that this boy died. Tell me whose fault it is while he's sitting there contemplating and premeditating murder on blacks and Mexicans, calling a Mexican dude an egger and telling motherfuckers to kill black people. Like, I don't think you guys really live in the real world. I think you guys are too much on the internet to the point that y'all don't know how people really move nowadays. You know what I'm saying? How these kids are moving nowadays. Like, yes, we had killers back in the days, but these kids are unapologetic when it comes to their killing. They don't give a fuck. This ain't the 90s. This ain't the 80s. They're not moving like how we used to. They're not catching the body and getting away with it. They will plaster the shit on their screens. They will look up and Google how to kill somebody. They don't care. They don't care. So this boy premeditated murder and got the tables turned on him. I think that's just called karma, right? I think that's just called karma. Good morning, y'all. We're going to let this shit play out a little bit more. Hopefully, Karmelo Anthony get the justice he deserves. Hopefully, this judge, the prosecutor, and Karmelo Anthony's ex-lawyer get locked up too, because he took backroom deals that he shouldn't have took. He took deals. He could have got those deals off of the table. He could have made sure that both of these boys' backgrounds was front and center, but he did not do his due diligence and he did not do his job. So my hope for all of them is that justice is served and these men are locked away and Karmelo Anthony gets his fucking freedom. Before we move on, we are doing a back to school giveaway. If you guys haven't heard, please donate to Tour for the Poor, Cash App, Tour for the Poor, PayPal on Holy Rome 6, Venmo, Tour for the Poor. We're doing a back to school giveaway for 500 children here in Detroit. Now, this might be my last day doing fundraising because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. They kicked me off of Twitter, so I can't even get to my regular followers who, donate regularly. So this might be my last little stretch. So whatever you can donate. I just sent out the last little, $50, $60 that we had to go get some more papers and stuff like that. But we need $100 more for 100 more backpacks. So if you can, please donate what you can. The shit is strolling below me. Yeah. And if you are in the Metro Detroit area and you would like to help in person, please contact me at bethea.rome@gmail.com. That is my personal email. You can contact me there and we can link up if you have anything that you would like to give to the children in person, whether that be backpacks, food, or even clothes. Okay, so Nolan Wells case. Another black kid. Fucked up. So you guys may or may not know that the medical examiner of the Nolan Wells case, she sent his body back without lungs and without a throat. And the family has been fighting and trying to get his missing body parts back so they can actually determine a cause of death, which, yeah. Not only is she in a position of power that's doing shiesty shit, but the judge is one of these kids' stepmothers. It's a judge that's one of these kids' stepmothers, and she have been doing everything that she can. She have been putting money behind this stuff to keep their name clear out there in Mississippi, but everything is blowing up in their faces as of today. The medical examiner who did the autopsy, the first autopsy on Nolan Wells, she was found to do, she had did multiple black bodies and said that, there's nothing to look at. There was no foul play. They just hung themselves from trees with no chair or no stool. These motherfuckers climbed the tree, tied the noose. I don't know who's teaching black people how to tie a noose, but somehow black people are finding a way to tie a noose and hang themselves. right? In these sundown towns or in these racist ass towns, black people are killing themselves. And that's what she had determined for many, many black bodies that had got washed up from drowning and hanging. So now there's a petition out there with over 45,000 people telling her to resign. They're telling her to resign because not only it's not that she's horrible at her job, it's that she's a horrible person. It's that when she look at black bodies that she can care less. You know, and this is Mississippi. This is Mississippi. I wouldn't expect anything more than a racist white woman doing what a racist white woman does. And that's ignore black people, ignore black pain, and just write us off and go about their day. Oh shit, I thought somebody donated. They're just trying to yeah, Cash App, you ain't getting that money. All right, let's get on the Nolan Wells case. Thank you to everybody who had donated to the Tour for the Poor so far. I love that. We're going to try to get at least, damn it, what the fuck is? We're going to try to get at least 500 backpacks. If not, then we're just going to have to do the best we can. I'm not tripping on this. So I got a lot going on, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't planning on doing any more giveaways until I got our probation, but that's going to be another year from now. So, you know, it's always good to help people, but I just got a lot going on, man. It's just, I got a lot going on. I'm stressed the fuck out.
Case Angel Myers is finally the DA in his Nolan Wells case. Angel Myers is finally feeling the pressure and finally feeling the wrath of people who want answers, and she's not reacting well. Like, she just released another statement, and you could tell, man, at this point everybody is panicking because the district attorney is elected, and she understands that the way she's botching this Nolan Wells case is gonna backfire when people go to that poll. Miss Angel has a problem with Benjamin Crump in a statement that they released a couple of days ago where she believes they're throwing her under the bus. Now, she believes that this is not completely accurate and this does not truly tell the real story of what's currently going on. But here's the thing. She shouldn't be mad at Benjamin Crump or Nolan Wells family at all. She should be mad at the attorneys for the boys and Officer Tatum because they were the ones who forced Benjamin Crump's hand to release a statement and tell the real and put it all out there. See, Tatum and the attorneys for the boys, they've been going around telling people that Nolan Wells family and Benjamin Crump have been uncooperative with the DA and the family, and they haven't been cooperating with the police when the police have asked them for Nolan Wells' phone. So that forced Benjamin Crump and the family to come out and tell the real and release what's really been going on. And that made Angel look bad, and now she's upset.
It's going to blow your mind at the reality that the family have not turned over the Nolan's phone to investigators. That means a month into this, accusations of a crime.
You know why I wouldn't turn in my son's phone? Because fuck you, nigga. I would not turn my son's phone in because I know Mississippi has a history. And all of they have been asking is for somebody to mediate, somebody to be in the middle, somebody who's not racist that we can trust to negotiate in the middle and make sure that these people don't do any foul play when it comes to this fucking phone. Because if my son came back with no throat or any lungs, then no, you're not getting this fucking phone.
Will never be investigated because they will not turn it over to law enforcement. How are you going to present this to a grand jury and you claim that there's evidence of impropriety, criminal activity, tampering with evidence, deleting things from a phone is a crime? And the family is saying, and the family attorney is saying there's a crime that's committed but they're unwilling to send the information to investigate, to make arrests in this case. It is blowing my mind. So
the narrative that Benjamin Crump or the family got anything to hide and they are refusing to turn over the phone, that narrative was growing some legs. So Benjamin Crump and the family released a statement, just clarifying up the records and breaking down what exactly is happening with the phone. Now, apparently this statement that they released has pissed off a lot of people, including the DA, Angel Myers, because she believed that this statement is throwing her under the bus. On August 17th, the statement reads, nationally renowned civil rights and personal injury attorney Benjamin Crump and the legal team for the family of 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells announced today that the family is prepared to make Nolan's phone immediately available for the joint forensic examination the parties agreed to on July 15th. So they came to an agreement on July 15th that there will be this, this joint investigation. Now, July 15th is obviously like about a month and 4 days ago. So a little over about 35, 36 days ago. Yeah, and this has not been done yet. And the family is saying it's not our fault that it's not been done. All right. We've sent out like multiple correspondence. We've reached out multiple times. It's not our fault. This has not been done. So when you hear Tatum and the boy's attorney try to make it feel like we're not.
And of course, Tatum cooning ass is out there. Why didn't they turn in the phone? Why didn't they turn in the phone? Where's the mediator at? Like, where's the guy that's supposed to be in the middle? We had an agreement that if I turn over this phone, that there will be two separate investigations, and there will be an investigation on top of the investigation. I'm not just going to turn my phone into Mississippi, of all states. Is you crazy? I'm trying to find. Damn it, where the fuck is that petition? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the right video. There we go. There's one of the videos. Just to show y'all guys that there's a petition out there to get this woman fired. So,
what's up, family? Well, what do we have here? A petition to revoke Stacey Turner's medical license. I ain't got no problem with that. But some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. Yeah, fam, let's talk about it. So far, the petition that's asking for 50,000 signatures has 45,362 verified signatures. Now, here's the issue. To the governor of Mississippi, the Mississippi State Board of Medical Licensure, the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, the Mississippi Attorney General, the United States Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, and all agencies charged with protecting the integrity of Mississippi's criminal justice system. We, the undersigned citizens, families, advocates, and supporters of equal justice under the law, respectfully but unequivocally call for an independent investigation into the professional conduct, forensic determinations, and death investigations overseen by Mississippi Chief Medical Examiner, Dr. Stacey Turner. The Office of the State Medical Examiner occupies one of the most consequential positions within Mississippi's justice system. Medical examiners are entrusted with determining the cause and manner of death through objective scientific analysis. Their conclusions influence criminal investigations, judicial proceedings, insurance determinations, and most importantly, whether grieving families ever receive justice. That public trust is compromised whenever credible questions arise regarding the accuracy, consistency, or impartiality of death investigations. Over the past several years, multiple deaths involving African American individuals have generated substantial public concern. Families, independent forensic experts, civil rights advocates, and members of the public have questioned whether these investigations were conducted with the rigor, transparency, and impartiality required by accepted forensic standards. Among those cases are Trey Reed, a 21-year-old Delta State University student found hanging from a tree in September 2025. Although his death was officially ruled a suicide, his family has publicly challenged that determination and commissioned an independent forensic review. Their pursuit of additional examination reflects a profound lack of confidence in the state's investigation. Damian Cameron, following his death after an encounter with Rankin County Sheriff deputies, Dr. Turner's office classified the manner of death as undetermined. Independent forensic pathologists later concluded that the evidence supported a homicide determination, raising significant questions about the original findings and whether critical evidence was appropriately.
And those are not the only black people that she just looked at and looked over, glossed over, and said, whatever. Whatever. He's just a black person. Who gives a fuck? Now, this woman is the head of the whole fucking state of Mississippi when it comes to autopsies and medical examination. How many black bodies do you think come through just to her every day? Just a day. Gunshots, all of it. How many black people? How many black people do you think she just write off? I think it's all of them. I think it's all of them. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Oh God. So if you guys can, I can't share it on this stream because it's not going to fucking work for some reason. But if you can, go look up that petition and go sign that fucking petition, because this woman needs not only to lose her job but to lose her license. She needs to be thrown in jail, and everybody who's her accomplices, they need to be put in prison also. I don't believe that she has the right. I don't believe her heart is in the right place to be doing these things, because there's no way that we see this kid being hung. This man was hung in a sundown town after he got out his truck. He got out his truck because it broke down. He went out looking for help and he just hung himself. That's what you are telling me? His car broke down. He said, you know what? This is it. He did the Michael Jackson. This is it. I can't take this anymore. I'm stressed out. I'm going to hang myself. I've been around black people a long time. I don't know not one that tried to hang themselves. I know niggas who drunk bleach to try to kill themselves. I know niggas who pop pills to try to kill themselves. I know niggas who did all kind of things to kill themselves. Gunshots, whatever. Shoot himself in the head, 12 gauge. I done seen it all. But a rope? A wire? And then for these people, families to go and do their own investigation and find out that it was a homicide. This is why I'm saying, like, these hangings are recruitment tools. They're using it as a recruitment tool for the KKK and possibly a gang for police officers out there in Mississippi. Because there are police gangs, like dead ass gangs inside of the police. like the 3%ers, all of them, right? Yeah, I think that these are the police doing this. Somebody higher up is doing these lynchings, and the government is looking past it because it's their people. If they investigated and they investigated in these fucking lynchings, they would see that it's obviously a fucking homicide. Bro, you're not about to tell me, dude. Okay, like where's these black people getting these tall ass stools and chairs to kick themselves off of? Was there a chair at the fucking scene? Was there a stool that they can kick themselves off of? Can you wipe down a tree for DNA or clothing fabric to show that they had climbed the fucking tree? Because y'all would go above and beyond for a rich motherfucker, but can you do that for us? Can you show me that there's fabric on the trees, on the tree bark, that there's his DNA, his fingerprints, or that one woman fingerprints on this rope, that when she was hung behind a fucking police department, like a fucking decoration? You're telling me this woman hung herself in the back of a police station and nobody's seeing anything? They have everything surveillance. You can't even park on their side of the parking lot without them coming out and getting at you. When you can't see a woman hanging herself in the back of a police station, I call bullshit. Right. Ain't no nigga climbing no motherfucking tree. Maybe when we was kids. I don't even know too many people who can lift their own body weight. Motherfuckers can't even lift their own body weight, let alone climb that bitch up a tree. Who the fuck they think we is, Tarzan? Well, we just jumped up the motherfucker? It ain't gonna stop until we make it stop. Facts. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. This is We're gonna go over this one more time.
Look, both Mississippi's chief medical examiner and the local district attorney are facing absolute heat right now, and the details coming out are genuinely wild. We need to talk about both of them. First, let's talk about Dr. Stacey Turner, the state's medical examiner. People across the country are calling for her head after her office sent Nolan Wells' body over for an independent autopsy with missing vital organs, literally leaving private forensic experts without what they needed to run a proper cause of death evaluation. But here is where it gets crazy. This isn't an isolated mistake. A massive petition has already locked in over 45,000 verified signatures demanding the state strip her medical license and launch a federal review. This petition isn't just sitting on a local form either. It was sent straight to the governor, the Department of Public Safety, state licensing boards, and the U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. People want a complete overhaul of how her office handles suspicious deaths involving young Black individuals in Mississippi. Look at the pattern they're highlighting. Take the case of DeMartravion Trey Reed back in late 2025. A 21-year-old found hanging from a tree at Delta State, quickly written off as self-inflicted. Look, both Mississippi's chief medical examiner and the local district attorney are facing absolute heat right now, and the details coming out are...
Yeah, I call bullshit on all that shit. You telling me Black people, with all the access that we have to guns, for a quick execution, just to get it over with, all the access to the pills, the drugs, the Flocka, the fentanyl. It's so many ways that we can take ourselves out. I'm not hanging my motherfucking self. Have you ever seen a motherfucker after they get home? Have you ever like thought about the experience of hanging? It's horrible. If I'm going to choose death, it's going to be quick and painless. And I think that goes for a lot of fucking people. The fuck I look like choking myself. Well, I look like some fucking what they call them motherfuckers who hang themselves and they jack off. I'm saying, like, what was we doing? What we doing here, man? God damn. Whew, okay. Yeah. The motherfuckers got some answering to do for sure. But we're gonna move on because this is gonna be a short stream. I do gotta go see my PO. If you guys do not know, please donate to Tour for the Poor because I'm trying to get some kids some backpacks. I think we got over 300 right now. We're trying to get 500 in total. There's 500 kids that need backpacks and supplies. So if you guys can, please donate. Cash App, Tour for the Poor, Venmo, PayPal, Unholy Rome 6, and Venmo, Tour for the Poor. We are going to be helping out a lot of children with this money if you can. I know this is the end of the month and you probably got kids yourself, but every dollar counts. I don't care if it's $1, $3, $5, $20. Every dollar count. And the kids would definitely appreciate it because a lot of people are going through hard times, but there's more people going through worse times. So let's get started with this next story. China just sentenced another billionaire to life in prison. And this was one of the ones who was trying to do a rug pull on their real estate. So basically what had happened in 2008 here, they are actually holding people accountable for trying to pull something like that off, right? And it's just like, it's kind of embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of embarrassing seeing these countries, do what needs to be done and actually holding these people accountable, actually locking these people the fuck away where they should be. Like, this is crazy that we even have to, suggest that maybe somebody should go to jail for all the fucking shit that they did. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the real reason why they hate China. Oh yeah. And China brags on it like, oh yeah, we killing their ass. We getting rid of them. We gonna lock them up for life. Hard labor. They're gonna be breaking rocks for the rest of their motherfucking life. They're gonna be sweeping streets for the rest of their motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's those punishments are too easy. They are too easy, but it's good to hold these people accountable. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys.
It's one of the most dramatic rise and falls in Chinese corporate history. China Evergrande Group founder Hui Ka-yen has been sentenced to life in prison. Hui was sentenced alongside 56 others involved in Evergrande, including his sons, and his assets will be confiscated. Once Asia's second richest man, Hui turned the company into a poster child of corporate excess during China's real estate boom. Now, Chinese authorities said he committed massive financial fraud that included inflating assets and concealing liabilities. Now, the move draws a curtain on what for years was one of China's great success stories. Because in its prime, the firm built more than 1,300 projects across 280 cities, and for a time was the country's biggest developer by sales. Evergrande's expansion relied heavily on borrowing, turning it into the country's most indebted developer. And Hui transformed the property giant into a sprawling conglomerate. Now, for a long time, Evergrande skirted liquidity scares by tapping tycoons in China and Hong Kong to buy the firm's stock and bonds. But Beijing's crackdown on the property sector capped its borrowing capacity, and its empire came crashing down following a 2021 default. Then in 2024, Chinese regulators accused Evergrande of fraud that dwarfs that of Luckin Coffee and Enron. But Hui's sentence doesn't bring an end to the numerous legal fights surrounding the company. Evergrande is now in liquidation, with an army of creditors poring over its assets in the hopes of recovering some of their heavy losses. The company has left behind roughly 140 million square feet of sold but uncompleted homes across China. It's
Don't you just love to see shit like that happen when people obviously doing a fucking rug pull, trying to make the bubble pop and, run away with everything that they have gained and stolen from other people and promising, poor people affordable housing or whatever the fuck it may be, promising a bright future, but their plan isn't bright at all. It's actually dark as fuck. It's actually evil as hell. And not too long ago, China just executed one of their billionaires for, defrauding the government, defrauding the people, and rightfully so. I think about this all the time. If we did what China has done, I don't think we have any politicians left. I don't think nobody would want to run for office because the people who want to run for office, they say they are coming with good intentions. They are coming in good intentions and good faith. But they are not. They are not. They lie, they steal, and they run. Half of the time, they don't even have to run because by the time they even made the money that they wanted, they already rewrote the laws to make them to make the laws not hold them accountable. And the people, you can raw and get mad all you want, but what the fuck you gonna do about it if you're not gonna get out there? I mean, you can protest, but that's been done before. I mean, you can try to do a strike, but the police gonna break that up, beat y'all ass. Y'all gonna go back to work. So what the fuck you really gonna do about it? And that's how, that's why these billionaires in America got their chip on their shoulder. They feel like nobody's gonna do the China model. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the only way we're gonna be able to hold these billionaires accountable for stealing from us is by street justice, is by community justice. Like, think about it like right now. Like, Elon Musk was our first trillionaire, right? Where the fuck is this nigga schools, bro? Where the fuck is his libraries? Where the fuck is the roads that he helped fix? He take more from the taxpayers than he give back. He's the biggest reception of welfare ever in history. So, we get to pay for his bullshit, but he privatized the profit, right? So he took $300 million to build this bullshit that didn't work, and we're still going to bail him out with our tax dollars. Like, if Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and all these billionaires that y'all motherfuckers be dick sucking actually gave a fuck, like, I would understand the dick sucking if these niggas built hospitals, if they built schools, if they built libraries. You know what I'm saying? Even if what they were teaching, I didn't agree with it, I would understand why you sucking their dick so hard. You know what I'm saying? They let your kids go to school. You know what I'm saying? They built the school in your poor community, wherever the fuck it may be. They are building factories that actually help people and actually build generational wealth, bring generational wealth into these fucking poor communities. But no. And when it comes to us actually taxing them, they tell us, hey, even if you tax us, they ain't gonna do nothing for you because the laws that we rewrote isn't gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? So even if you tax the rich, there's still many loopholes that's gonna give them back their money. Right? So that's why I don't get the tax the rich people. You know what I'm saying? The tax the rich crowd. I understand if, you know what I'm saying, if we had laws and actual people in government that would, you know what I'm saying, that would prosecute these people and actually, put pressure on these fucking billionaires. But with all this shit going on, I don't see nothing like that happening. Because even if we do make passing laws that tax them, they got other laws that they can go around themselves. You know what I'm saying? They got other bank accounts in other fucking countries, islands that they can put their money in, put their assets in, put their whatever the fuck it may be. So, hey, what you gonna do then? Right. So, yeah, I don't think they should be taxed. I think they should be imprisoned. I think Elon Musk should be picking up trash in Detroit. I think Jeff Bezos should be doing hard time in Tennessee or Mississippi. I think he should be breaking down rocks. I think Bill Gates should be picking crops. I think he should be picking corn and harvesting and wheat. I don't want to tax them. I want them gone. I want all that money. All that money, because it's our money. It's our money. They just get to stunt with it. They just get to play with it. They just get to spend it. It's our money. They hoard it away from us. So I'm not with the tax the rich crowd. I'm more like the, because that's what it's going to have to come to. And China is showing us these examples of, even if we have a government like China has, we have these laws put in place. They are so greedy. They are so greedy that they don't even give a fuck about the laws. They still will try to go around these loopholes. They will still try to, accumulate as much wealth as possible. They're still going to steal from the fucking public. So China just get rid of them. Either sentence you to hard labor, or they're going to hang, shoot you, wherever the hell it may be, give you the chair, the gas. That's what needs to happen. I mean, yeah, we can tax them, but if these motherfuckers trying to take advantage of a country like China, then shit, we fucked. Even with all the rules, the regulations, they come to these people's houses and threaten them like, we'll kill you if you fuck up, right? We're waiting for you to fuck up, right? We're gonna kill you if you fuck up. You know that, right? They be like, oh yeah, I got it. This is all for the people, and they still do it. They still do it. So tax the rich isn't enough. As far as I'm concerned, that's not even the moderate position. That's right wing at this fucking point, because you still want to coexist with people who has done irreversible harm, not only to our neighborhoods but to the fucking world. Irreversible harm, have hurt billions of people, and are the reason why millions of people will never see life. So tax the rich, to me, might not be to you. Tax the rich, to me, isn't the moderate position. That is a right-wing position, because you still want to coexist with these people. You still believe that billionaires have a say-so and should and deserve life. Hello. I'm about to text you. Yeah, I'm about to text you. I'm about to text you. You got the address? All right. I remember people used to say this. People used to say this a lot, and now they're like, "Oh, well, tax the rich now. Tax them. Don't get rid of them. Tax them." Okay, and then what? And then what? When we found out that they stealing from that, and they found a way around getting taxed, then what? Okay, so we passed the tax law, but they not required to fucking, go by it. So what you do then? You do what the fuck China is doing. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I gotta go see my PO. For guys who don't know, I know you probably already know, but please donate to Tour for the Poor, Cash App Tour for the Poor, PayPal, Unholy Rome 6, Venmo Tour for the Poor. We're doing a back to school giveaway for 500 kids. Back to school giveaway for 500 kids is gonna, we're trying to get 500 backpacks, schools, pencils, erasers, markers, crayons, all that stuff is gonna be from kindergarten to 5th or 6th grade, I believe. So it's going to be a lot of kids. I'm going to be out there speaking to the kids about socialism and communism. And hopefully, we can give the Black community another breath of life of socialism. And, so these kids won't grow up to be fucking bootlickers. I can't stand that shit. I don't know what the fuck's wrong. Kids that's bootlickers. Well, Generation Z that's bootlickers. I don't get it. But I got to get up out of here. I love you guys so much. Shit. And thank you to everybody who did donate. I'm going to be live later on today, I believe. I'm going to be live later on today. If not tomorrow, I should have a guest with me, so be looking out for that. I think we're going to do The Left Has a Cracker Problem Part 3. So if you want to tune in, you can. If you don't have the time, tune in, motherfucker. Love y'all.